I started off a little bit slow, but started to pick back up, getting more pins and everything. In terms of wrestling tough competition, I've only faced one ranked kid, I believe. So, yeah, I did win that match. I got a takedown or whatever, but there's still a lot of work I have to do. So, I won't say I'm disappointed in how I've done so far in the season, but I still have some work to do. And
he's had a good season. One of the problems that Harrison had in the past was his self-confidence. And one of the things that he's done to change that this year is to really hit the weights hard. And he's very aggressive this year, where last year he'd be in matches where they were close and he'd just kind of protect the lead. And that's something you can't do in wrestling. So one of the things that he is this year is just more aggressive, self-confident about himself. He goes out there to get the job done as soon as he can.
I want to go to college for civil engineering, get my bachelor's in science of civil engineering, and get my master's in structural.
Do you know where? Are you still looking?
It's really between U of I and Georgia Tech. I got accepted to both, but really it comes down to how much money I have to pay for scholarships and everything.
Wherever you end up in school, do you want to try and walk on for a team or play intramural sports or anything like that?
I'm thinking about it, and it depends really on which school I go to, because if I went to Georgia Tech and I were to walk on a team, it would be the football team. But if I went to U of I and I were to walk on a team, it would be wrestling. So. Yeah, actually, I wish, I was just talking about this with my friend today. I wish we had a boys volleyball team.
Yeah.
That would be interesting too. And I'm sure there's a lot of guys that, would want to be involved in that, but in the area, it's more of a Chicago area sport.
Yeah.
So. My father was a Greco-Roman national champion. Actually, he was wrestling with me the other day, and he's taking down me and my practice partner because he's still as strong as he used to be. But my grandpa was a 7-time national champion in Greco-Roman as well. But most of my family has done some sport or the other, whether it's track or cross country, swimming, stuff like that.
Absolutely. His dad's come in before and wrestled with him. As his dad gets a little older, he gets a little more sore from those type of practices. But the whole family has a good relationship with each other. And everyone in the family's wrestled. His dad wrestled at U of I. I believe his grandfather was an All-American wrestler. So he's just kind of following the family's footsteps.
Well, I didn't get to watch him wrestle at all, but actually my dad wrestled my grandpa before. So that was kind of interesting to hear about that story.
Was that when they were younger, or obviously when they were younger? But
well, I think my dad was like just out of college or in college still. My grandpa was he was 40 or 50, I guess, around that time. So, but he was still, neither one of them really lost their strength. My grandpa could still do 100 push-ups like it's nothing. So he threw my dad for 5 and won the match.